Hey YouTube, what's going on? This is Sonic19 coming with you with another deck profile. If you've been keeping up with my Facebook account and things online, you should know what's coming up. This week, we're going to start with Granblue. This is the Master Swordsman Nightstorm build. So, of course, we're going to start with 4 copies of Nightstorm himself. He has a Vanguard Rearguard ability. When placed, mill the top two cards of your deck. And if you do, he gains plus 5k. Very simple ability. Then his second ability is also a Vanguard Rearguard ability. When he attacks, if there are 10 or more cards in your drop zone, counterblast 1, draw 1. Very simple. Next, we're going to go to what's part of our win con, or win condition for this deck. We're going to do 4 copies of Dragon Undead Skull Dragon. If you've been playing for a while, you know what this card does. It's a grade 3 with Protect, but it also Vanguard Rearguard during the battle. During the turn, it gets plus 2k for every card in your drop zone. So this card can get very, very beefy. It also has a Rearguard ability that cannot be called to Rearguard. So you must keep that in thought. It can only be called from the drop zone. And as for our last grade 3 spot, we're going to play, I know it has a very weird name, Tentacle King, or King Tentacle. Yeah, I have no idea why they even let that go through. Very easy skill. When this card is milled from your deck into the drop zone, you can Soul Blast 1 and call it with additional plus 10k to a Rearguard circle. Very simple. You're going to do a lot of milling in this clan. We're going to go to the grade 2s. We play 4 copies of Commodore Blue Blood. Very easy skill. On Rearguard, a constant skill. If there's a copy of Blue Blood in your drop zone, he gets additional 4k during your turn. And then on auto skill, Rearguard, when this unit attack hits a Vanguard, retire it, draw 2 cards, ditch 1 card from your hand to the drop zone. Very good utility card. Next card we play, this is the cornerstone of the deck. We play 3 copies of Captain Night Mist. Now you can bump this up to 4. You can either drop a Commodore or something else to bump this up to 4, which I would recommend. Very easy skill. When placed, counterblast 1. Call a grade 1 or less card from your drop zone to Rearguard. But if you have 10 or more, you can call anything. For example, you can call your Skull Dragons. This is a very good, easy way to get them out of the drop zone. Next, for another utility card, we play 3 copies of Storm Ride Ghost Ship. This is another card that's very similar to Skull Dragon as well. When attacked, it gains 15k power at the end of the battle. Draw 1 card, retire it. Very simple. Has the same restriction as Skull Dragon, that you cannot call it to Rearguard from hand. And the last grade 2 that we play is a promo card, Ben the Ghosty. Ben has the same skill as the King does, but doesn't gain any power. So when this card is milled, Soul Blast 1 and call it to a Rearguard circle. So, like I said, you're going to do a lot of milling in this deck. Grade 1s, we play 4 copies of Dolph the Ghosty. It's our drop and draw PG. Enough said, it's a PG. You also play 3 copies of Norman the Ghosty. This card helps you with your milling. It's Rearguard Act, retire this unit, mill 2 cards from the top of your deck, then give a unit plus 10k. So a very good utility card for giving power, and also it helps you build your drop zone. The last grade 1 that we play is 3 copies of Ripple Banshee. Auto skill. When placed from drop zone to Rearguard circle, Soul Blast 1, draw 1 card. And then she gains 4k. So as you see, Soul is a very useful and this deck needs a lot of Soul to make it work, because a lot of the cards build off of the Soul. But if anything, I would trade her in for Dancing Cutlass, just to gain some counter charge back and stuff like that. But it's your choice whether you do it or not. That's it for the grade 1s. So we're going to go to the grade 1, grade 0 starter. Captain Knight Kid, same skill as every other starter. Very simple ratio. 8 crit, 4 heal, 4 draw. Like I said, this is a budget deck, but it does leave a lot of room to grow and get stronger. Like, for example, you can change these normal draw triggers for the perfect guard triggers and take out the grade 1s, so you have more room to run other things. But as a beginner deck, as someone just starting out, this is a very cheap, very affordable deck for Granblue if that's the playstyle that you want to go with. And I believe this is a very good starter Vanguard to begin with, to get your feet wet, no pun intended, in the play style of Granblue. So if you like what you saw, please leave a comment down below, like, subscribe. I'd like to get at least 10 likes on this video, and if you do that, I'll come with you for another deck build. Next week will be Genesis. I look forward to it, and as always, see you later.